Let me simplify my question, Mr. Diskaya. I'm about to conclude.
Yes po, yes po. Kasi naghigpit po sila ng husto para po yung...
Mr. Diskaya, if I may interrupt, I will simplify the question.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Would you like to say na sa current administration may nanghihingi, pero sa past administration walang nanghihingi?
Your Honor, meron din naman po na may nanghihingi po. Pero hindi po kami, hindi ganun kahigpit po. For example po, hindi uso ang 3-strike policy po noon. Na pag naka-disqualified po ang contractor na 3 ulit, mabablacklist na.
Alright. With your admission na may nanghihingi din po, question, bakit hindi mo sinama doon sa affidavit mo?
Your Honor, ano po yun, hindi naman po naging successful yun. Kaya hindi ko na po...
Nonetheless, may nanghingi pa rin. It's you who admitted. May nanghihingi din po during the past. You know why I'm asking you this line of questions? Because there is a principle in the law of evidence, falsus in uno, falsus in omnibus. False in one testimony is false in all testimonies. Bakit parang nagkaroon ka ng selective amnesia, Mr. Diskaya? Would you like us to believe na may nanghihingi during the current administration tapos walang nanghihingi during the past administration? How would you even explain na during the past administration, top 1 contractor ka from PCIG data, and yet you are claiming walang nanghihingi unlike during the current administration? What I wish to point out, Mr. Diskaya, your affidavit is full of inconsistencies and lies.
Your Honor, ang affidavit po na ito ay tungkol lang po sa pagsuporta po namin kay PBBM po. Kasi po, ang kanya pong finalash po sa TV nung nakaraan po ay report po tungkol sa mga unprogrammed po na project. Kaya dito lang po ang salaysay ko hanggang...
Okay, then let me ask you, if you are saving your statement by claiming that you are pertaining only to what the President discovered as anomalous projects during his administration, let me ask you, sino yung mga nanghihingi during the past administration?
Your Honor, ano lang po, Your Honor, nung mga panahon po kasi na yun, kadalasan po, iba po, mga retired na po, mga wala na po dito sa
Yes.
DPWs. Kadalasan
But
po,
can
mga
you
taga-DPWs lang po.
Can you please identify the names with the same courage that you have when you name these lawmakers and DPWH officials in your affidavit?
Your Honor, for example po, si D.E. Art Pascual po dati. Kaya lang patay na po
Who
siya.
is D.E.R. Pascual?
Opo, D.E. Art Pascual. Siya po ang bago po siya namatay noon, ay pinablacklist niya po kami dahil nag-negative slippage. So siya po ang talagang tunay na nanghihingi sa amin.
Huwag ka
So hindi po
magbanggit
kami...
ng pangalan ng patay na. Bakit pangalan ng patay yung binabanggit mo? Hindi makakasagot sa'yo.
Oho. Yung iba po kasi sa...
Ganito na lang ho kaigsi yung pasensya ng komite na ito. Bago ho tayo umabot sa punto na walang uwian. So, seryosohin po natin yung pagsagot. Hindi ho namin tatanggapin yung mga ganyan po. Nagtatanong ng pangalan ng patay. Hindi nyo na rinespeto yung tao.
Mr. Chair, I wish to wrap up, no? If we can bring back the slide. There is an admission also already from the resource person that even during the past administration ay may nanghihingi. However, it appears na he refused to disclose the names unlike the way he did in his affidavit when he identified the alleged lawmakers and the DPWH officials. With that amount of awarded contract to Mr. Diskaya, that is 12 billion. Bagaman he is questioning the amount, no? I do not understand why a simple publication would make a difference between the previous and the current administration. If he is claiming na yung mga pinangalanan niya na mambabatas at DPWH officials ay nanghihingi, what makes the situation during the past administration different? Bakit ayaw niyang pangalanan? When in fact, during the past administration, he is the top 1 contractor. I wish to ask, Mr. Chair, nagkaroon ba ng selective amnesia si Mr. Diskaya? Tanda niya yung mga nanghingi sa kanya during the current administration. Pero it seems he totally forgot already about the people who might have asked for the same requirement as well during the past administration when he ranked number 1 with regards to the biggest awarded contract among the contractors in the entire country, Mr. Chair. And I wish to remind our resource person, hindi pwedeng ang pagsasabi ng katotohanan ay selective lamang. When you take your oath to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, you have to disclose everything. Hindi pwedeng ang i-disclose mo lang 23 up to 24 and then 2016 to 2022 nakalimutan mo na. How can that be possible, Mr. Diskaya? And of course, let us remind our resource person again, falsus in uno, falsus in omnibus. I am questioning the veracity of your affidavit. It is full of inconsistencies. It is full of false testimony. And with your refusal to disclose what happened during the past administration, it casts doubt, strong doubt, on the truthfulness of the contents of your affidavit. Mr. Chair, I conclude.